Hello, welcome back to another father-son video review. This is me, Bob, and my son,
Brandon. Hello!
And today we're going to look at a very cool empty box. It's an empty box. But why is it an empty box? Because we'll get to that. This is the WWE Defining Moments Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan, right there, Hulk Hogan. And as you can see, the background is awesome. The black, or the red and the yellow, iconic Hulk Hogan colors. On the side, you can see
Hulk Hogan.
There's the Hulkster. There's the old school logo for WWE. But there would have been an F there. But they kind of changed it now. But that's a couple years ago version. Anyway, you got some wrestlers there. That was actually on the belt. And then it actually kind of looks like a belt on the side, as you can see on the actual paper. But anyway, there's Hulk Hogan. A very cool image. Iconic Hulkster. Man, I love Hulk Hogan. I'm 42 going on 43, and Hulk Hogan is wrestling to me. He is an icon. I will always be a Hulkamaniac, because when I was Brandon's age, he's 7, Hulk Hogan ruled the world. He was immortal. He was
number one.
He was number one. He was amazing, and I'm trying not to get emotional here, but it's a shame of what happened to him and with what's going on right now in 2016, because he said a bad word that he wasn't supposed to say. He called somebody by a bad name that you're not supposed to call somebody, and it was just a mistake, a simple mistake. He didn't mean any hatred or stuff by it, and they completely threw the book at him. And without Hulk Hogan in wrestling, there would be no pro wrestling. And I'm going to say that, and I'm going to stick with that forever.
Oh, and why didn't he changed another person into another person? But what happened to get him out of WWE then?
Oh, back in the day? I'll get to that in a minute. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Anyway, you got this iconic picture of Hulkster. There's a read-up here if you want to read it. It pretty much just says about WrestleMania 3 when he took on a certain Andre the Giant. And they put this sticker over here, and I can't really get it off without it, but it's like 500 and something pound giant.
538.
538 pound, I guess. That's what we're going with. But anyway, so there you go. But pretty much it was when Hulk Hogan slammed Andre the Giant. And to that point, nobody ever slammed Andre the Giant. Nobody could ever slam him. He would take on 3, 4, 5 people, and nobody could actually pick him up and body slam him until the immortal one, Hulk Hogan, did. And it was a moment that I will never forget. It will be with me for the rest of my life, because back then when wrestling was wrestling, it was storyline driven. It was amazing. It was everything that a possible little kid in the 80s would want. Hero that overcame all the odds, seemed like he could never win. He was so uphill battle, and somehow he hawked up and pulled it out and became the iconic Hulk Hogan, the immortal Hulk Hogan. I don't know, I'm sure there's all kinds of different names that you want to give him, but to me, he is an idol, my hero, an icon. And this is kind of a tribute review for him, because he's going through some tough time right now, and I feel horrible for him. And I'm reaching out and saying, brother, don't give up hope. You told us to say our prayers, eat our vitamins, and family, and you are a true American, and everything you stood for, you still stand for, and I don't care what they say about you. To me, you're always going to be a hero. And anyway, so let's get into the figure. As you can see, here's Hulk Hogan, and this is back in the 80s when he would come to the ring. He would actually have the bandana part on his head, and he would always have these in his mouth when he was coming to the ring, and he was awesome. And he would always come out to the ring, and you could see he has the iconic Hulkamania shirt on, the yellow and the red, and on the back you got the cuts, just like in the packaging, had this slits. That's what he was known for. You can see his boots, very 80s, awesome. He is the immortal one, as you can see, and now I actually have a figure of him, and I'm so happy that I actually got this. Let's zoom in on that face. You tell me, guys, does that not look like Hulk Hogan? It has the look. It has the mustache. It has everything you could possibly want in a Hulk Hogan figure. It has. He actually had some hair back then. It was before he went completely bald. It was great, awesome figure, and he does come with the heavyweight championship, the WWF heavyweight championship. We'll take a quick look at that real quick. We'll set Hulkster off to the side. Here's the belt. Pretty good detail, don't you think, Bran?
Yeah.
If it actually focuses.
Oh, and you probably saw that at the when it was in the review when we first pulled him out.
Yes, he was wearing it, and as you can see, the plates have some. If I can get it to focus, the plates have some great detailing on it. It keeps wanting to focus on the Hulkster. Great detailing on that. You got it actually says heavyweight wrestling champion right there on the actual plate. You got the eagle. No, wait, it doesn't have an eagle on it. That's WWE. That's okay. That's the symbol for WWE. You got an American flag there. You got a Canadian flag. It's so, because my lights are throwing it all off. But there's a Canadian flag right there, and it's so awesome detail. And it is a plastic belt here. Pretty good. Pretty cool detail. Very awesome. The iconic heavyweight championship. And here's the Hulkster. And he is the typical elite size figure. He does have rotation at this joint. He has the rotation here. He can do 360s. He has a cut here on the bicep, the upper bicep. He has a joint at the elbow. He's got the joint here. His hands do swivel. They swivel and they go up and down. He does have an ab crunch, as you can see in there. Most basic figures do not have that ab crunch where they can actually crunch down. And he does have a waist cut right here at the waist. He can turn. And it looks awesome. It doesn't look like all weird when you turn him. His legs do go out, which the basic figures do not do. They go in. They go up about that far. They go back not very far because you can see that cut right there. So you're not going to get a back movement at all. You can see this cut right here. His leg does turn in and out right there. You got double knees. As you can see, there's a pin right there and a pin there. So you got double knees. It doesn't go too far because the knee pad kind of hinders it. You got a cut at the boot right there. So his foot does turn. The plastic kind of feels weird. It kind of doesn't feel it feels kind of cheap. So I'm kind of afraid it doesn't feel like a normal figure would. I don't know what it is, but his foot does rock back and forth if I actually get it on camera. His foot does rock, but it's supposed to go up and back, but I think it's stuck because I can't get them to move. They don't move, and I don't want to force them, and I don't want to break it, but because most of the time he's going to be in a pose. And I'm not going to worry about it. As long as he stands, which he does very well, I don't care. Because that's most of the time he's going to be on the shelf. But you can take his shirt off. I'm sure you just have to kind of finagle it real easily. It comes out from his hair. It's not attached anywhere, so his shirt will come off. I think if you pop his head off, the chain will come off as well. He's wearing his iconic cross right there because he's very religious. He always used to point up. This part, his head, this part does come off, so you can have the icon. What? Bald? No, he's standing. You can have the iconic Hulk Hogan look. There you go, the Hulkster. But I mean, it leaves a little bit of a gap there in his hair from where it did go, so it kind of looks kind of silly. But I think I'm gonna have it with him wearing it all the time. So, anyways, I'm gonna rambling now because I'm so excited to actually have this figure. Let me get this back in. It just kind of slides.
Once he gets back in, are we gonna do comparison?
Comparison. Why? Would you like to know what Hulk Hogan looks like next to a figure from nowadays?
Yep.
Okay, well, let's get that on there. So let's bring in, if you watch our last review, I'm gonna put a link to all of our WWE figure reviews. I'll make a playlist, and we'll bring in Daniel Bryan, and Daniel Bryan is a teeny tiny guy.
Compared to him,
standing back to back, he comes up to Hulk's bottom of his head. Hulk's a big guy. I mean, I think he's 6'7". I think he is. But he's larger than life. So Daniel Bryan's a little guy, but the Hulkster is a big guy. So the scale right there looks pretty cool. So you got New Day. You got New Day. New Day rocks. New Day rocks. Okay, sorry. New Day. But you got new school and you got old school Hogan. So there you go. There's a comparison. And I found this guy today. He was a little pricey. He was like $30, $29, but he was on sale. So I actually got it for like $25. So you can still find them around in stores. They're not completely gone, and that is a good thing because I've been on this Hulk Hogan kick, and I just had to go to the store and I seen him and I had to pick him up because he's going to look great on the shelf. And you can even do the iconic Hulkster pose here. We can have him, brother. You can have him do that pose, and you can have him have his cup it to his ear. Ding, ding, ding. What? Boo. Anyway, so you can have him all kinds of iconic poses, but he looks awesome. And this has been the Defining Moments WWE Hulk Hogan figure. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you like, comment, and please subscribe to our channel. And this has been Bob and Brandon.
Hello.
Hello. Actually, goodbye. And we'll talk to you guys later. Have a great afternoon, morning, night, whenever you guys are watching. And thanks for watching. See ya.
See you. Bye.
Brother.